Wait, where did I put those things? Oh, I'm like, hold on. Okay. Hey, so it's Mama Chat today. Today is November 7th, and I know not everybody's in here yet. Today, for last week's request, is a question answer session. Makes me kind of nervous. Makes me nervous. I do at some point. I know. Oh, I got 3 of you in here. Good morning. Good afternoon. I don't even know what it is. I have to tell you, I've been sewing. And it's kind of funny what I've been sewing. Bringing back the hair scrunchie. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So kind of playing around with scrap fabric. My girls have been loving them. Now, I don't have any hair. You know, I was laughing because, let's see, get a good hair scrunchie going. I look like Bam Bam. I have to laugh. Did you see it? Like when I did that, you could see the gray streak. My husband's been so funny. Hey, Miss Janice. He's been like, don't dye it. He goes, I really am loving like gray marbles in there. And I'm just like, I don't know about that. Hey, from Cali. So it's still early for you. Hello, Don. Hey, Green Gables. I want to talk about hair scrunchies until the questions start firing. So I've been having fun playing with this, but the girls kept getting their hair was getting cut from the rubber bands. And like I had one that had a big chunk out. Not the chunk from the little stinker who's been doing our own hair. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Asbury. I do have a, as always, fisherman's friend in my mouth. I did go for a checkup with the doctor, so I've been taking medicine all last week. And he told me that I might just have a postnasal drip and I need to take an antihistamine, but I haven't done that yet. Hey, Chaos and Grace. It's been a long time. Hey, from your neighbor to the north. Creative Ashley. Creating Essence. Wow, y'all are piling in. How cool is that? I love it. So I showed the girls how to sew. Hey, Trish, did your daughters come? No. Okay, so I thought the results would have been back yet. So for those that didn't know, my daughter had a bunch of blood work done to find out if she's got celiac disease. And we're waiting on the test results, and we haven't gotten the test results. So celiac disease is not being able to handle wheat. But she is like a whole new kid. I mean, whole new kid. Crazy. Just her body's coming back. She's just feeling better. She has days that she's, you know, coming and going, but for the most part, she's feeling really good. We're really getting in. Katie says, hey, I love hair scrunchies. I love the hair scrunchies. So I'm talking all hair scrunchies for the most part whenever there's not a question. Hey, Tina. Hey, Carrie. Gail says, how is the CLE reading going? Okay. We're in book 9. So yeah, I probably could have been done quicker if I was more consistent, but I don't mind. She is doing phenomenal. So last year I didn't want to do CLE because I'm like, I am done doing Christian light education. I just want a break. And by January or February, I was totally regretting it. So I went ahead and purchased it, started at book 1. We're at book 9. She's phenomenal. I won't lie, I paired up about book 5 or 6. I paired it up with the Learning to Read with Easy Peasy. I ordered this on Amazon, and I went and took it and got it spiral bound. And I actually explain, like we're to the point I explain like why they, you know, so I have her read them. But I explain why they sound out the way they do, the phonetics of them. But I like it because I can stick her onto the Easy Peasy website to do those flashcards. I really, really like that. That's, you know, just me outsourcing myself. So she's almost done. She's like 1 or 2 more reading lessons of the McGuffey primer, and she's done with that one. And then she'll start the first reader. So I'm having her do it kind of together and explaining it. But I'll be honest, we didn't get into the language arts. I have all of her, I'll show you. Oh, I got papers falling. I have all of her language arts, and we just are not getting into them like we usually will do. So I have a feeling that we're not going to get into them right on time with the other ones, but we'll get there. But look, the last one. But she is reading so good, so good. I'm glad we went back to that. Hey Jolie, Moon says, hi Trish, so good to see your sweet face. Praying for you. Thank you. I don't feel like it's a sweet face. I feel like I'm you know, some days I feel like I'm looking every day at 40. Monique says, are y'all missing anything from ACE? Yep, I sure do. My daughter, one of my daughters misses the history. She felt like it was more predictable. She just gets, you know, with the different stuff. I'm not going to lie, I packed a BJU and I set it to the side. I've sent nothing back because I know me. And by February, I might want to open it back up. So I have sent nothing, but I have it. We used Easy Peasy last month. This month, I'm like, oh, maybe if I change it up a little bit, it'll be better. After a week, I was like, or, you know, if I did more parent-led, there's not enough of me going on. I put them back into Easy Peasy yesterday. I was like, no, go back to Easy Peasy. Kind of deal. I wish I still had some of my ACE. Not going to lie. I do wish I had my ACE. I wish I had the ACE for second grade instead of what we did for math for my second grader. I think that would have been better, but I didn't. So I missed that. But I am missing ACE. But I'm kind of like, I don't want to buy anything because I spend so much money. Like, I have plenty of stuff here, just use what I have. So that's where I'm at. Oh, isn't that just bitterness, bittersweet with the homeschool mom and me, or the homeschool mom and you? It's like, do you use or used to the McGuffey readers? I like the McGuffey readers. I absolutely love the McGuffey readers. I created an actual Word doc where I like the McGuffey primers for the beginning cursive because it keeps things very simple, and I enjoy those. I like the McGuffey readers. I don't always use them. I like the very beginning ones. I don't know. I got to do something because underneath the screen, so I can see like my caption, I can just see my hands. It looks like, I'm not going to lie, what I'm looking at right now, it looks like I have 4 hands, which is crazy. Which is crazy. Let me move this and fix this so I can't see it. All right. Hi from Hungary. Hey, Heather, how are you? So Selena Kyle says, you are great inspiration. Keep up the awesome job. Listen, you know, we all are inspiring because, I don't know, you know, I'm a hot mess. I mean, I really have been dealing with being a hot mess really badly here lately. And it's like, I feel like I just can't get my bearings. And it makes me sad because last year, this time, I was like, I had it going on. I felt like I was invincible. This year, I feel like a walk-in train wreck. And so it's just like, Mama Geek TV made it. Monique says, hang tough. The lure of curricula is so hard. It is. It's so easy to get into it. Heidi's with me. Wish we had 4 hands. Has it started? I'm getting nothing. Hit refresh. Hit refresh. Mayflower says, hey, Trish, excited to hear about how homeschooling is going. Crystal says, there it is. Awesome. Crystal's in the house. You know, it's funny. I was talking to a girlfriend of mine. I did some videos with her a long time ago, and there's some of my very first videos. So like, really, I'm green in front of the camera, and they're so worth watching. She has 4 kids. She has them starting college at 14. She has got them into military from homeschooling. Phenomenal. And I got blessed to talk to her yesterday. Even though we're in the same community, it's really hard to get with her. And we got on the phone together yesterday. And I was telling her just like, how is it that, you know, what is it that you do? Because she's the person I buy most of my curriculum from. You know, like when I do the big curriculum haul at like in the weird time of the year that I hit a garage sale with, I pretty much buy all her stuff. And, you know, it was funny because we were talking and there's this old easy grant, you know, like I'm asking her like, well, what do you do for this? And what do you do for that? She goes, you know, honestly, pretty much they've read out loud. Her kids have read out loud. They've done like, they stuck to one math curriculum and did it. And then she has an old easy grammar English. She's like, I pretty much just taught prepositions. And she had an old easy grammar purple book that's like the very beginning, one of the first issues. And she's like, I just taught that book. I go, well, what did you do after you taught that book? She goes, no, every year I taught that same book. She goes, we just went over it and over it and over it. She goes, we watched movies. And I'd go get science kits from the toy store. She goes, that's what we did. And yet her kids have been phenomenal. She goes, my kids read. That's it. That's all we do. And it was so neat talking to her because it was just like, it can really be that simple. Because, you know, and we run into, and I was telling her, I go, we feel like we have to prove something or prove to somebody. You know what I mean? And it's just so, it's so strangling at times as moms to do that. So, I mean, I don't want to go into that. It's question and answer day. I'm so excited I made it the tiniest. Yay! Chaos and Grace says, I made a big curriculum change mid-year. Curriculum lore is a killer. I'm glad I made this change, though. Awesome. John 3:16, King James Bible. I love your name. That is so cool. Hi, may I ask if anyone goes all year round homeschooling, and what schedules do you go by? I probably will end up in an all year round from this point on because I'm just so over getting so fixated on the day and the time and the legalism of it. And I really do want to relax out. And I feel like if I can kind of just let go of a school year and try not to recreate school, I will be fine. The Tiniest says, I love classical style education. It's very simple. I love it. I love, I have the book because of course I have the book. I have all kinds of books. I do have the book, A Well-Trained Mind. I love that book. I always go back and I'm like, oh, this is so easy. And then somehow I overcomplicate it. Abby says, Trish, I can relate so much. Do you have a set day to day for your kindergarten first grader, or how does a general day go for that age? Okay, I don't have a first grader or a kindergartner right now. Even though we're doing learning to read, which is first grade curriculum for Christian Light Education, I don't have a first grader. I have a second grader. I will have a kindergartner next year. In all honesty, and it has yet to bite me, we do not do heavy structured kindergarten. We still do a lot of play, and I kind of just let them do their thing. I love the Rod and Staff kindergarten books, the ABCs. Let me see if I have them. Nope, that's ACE. I thought, like, I'm like, oh, look, I got a catalog. I thought I had a catalog right here, an ACE, CLE catalog, but I don't. But I love that ABC set. It's so kind of relaxing. And I like the Kindergarten 2 Christian Light set, too, because it's just so easy. But I typically, I mean, alphabet identification, stories, basic handwriting and counting. That's all I pretty much work on for kindergarten. And what's really nice is my son, who's been at pre-K this year, which has been amazing for his speech, he's already getting really far in his reading. Okay, so I do year round. So Creative Ashley says I do round, and I typically go 6 weeks on, 1 week off, and 2 weeks at Christmas. Ooh, that's a nice little schedule to do. Hey, glad we made it again. Here, Chicky Chicky. Glad you made it too. Celine says ditto. Sodbuster's in the house. Sodbuster says, I still have to give a science lesson, but I did want to throw a howdy in. Oh, hurry up, go do your science so you can come back. Creative Ashley says, also to add to our schedule, we do a 4-day school week with the 1 day off being a tech day where they can do extra online learning, gaming, and board games galore. That's so cool. Thank you for sharing. No problem. Sitting there talking to my girlfriend and just the really relaxed way that she's gone about it. And I'm just like, oh, I feel like I have to prove myself or prove my value, or fear of not getting them where they need to be and college ready, things like that. And that kind of gets to be my like big hang up for wanting that heavy structured. Jen says, Trish, wondering why you stopped using ACE and what you thought about it. I love ACE. I think it does a phenomenal job teaching how to read, comprehend, and discuss or answer, really your reading comprehension, which I think is huge. What I didn't realize was our biggest hang up is the ADHD in my house and in my family. And too much of a good thing becomes not a good thing. And by doing what I realized, whatever I do from this point forward, I am not going to do an entire box set. So if we would have kept maybe math, ACE, and maybe, maybe 1 or 2 subjects ACE, we would be fine. But to do all ACE all the time, we burned out. And now realizing we're going to burn out all the time. And the more variability I have in the structure in which we choose curriculum, I feel like the better we're going to be at not getting so burnt out so quickly. Oh, we were thinking of doing 4 days, then Fridays for extra learning review, then 6 days, 6 weeks off during the year. Sudbuster says, I totally just rewrote today's lesson so I can give them busy work. Woohoo! That's the joy of homeschooling. Moonglow says, I can relate to curriculum being challenging right now. How do you do your morning routine to get everybody moving? I don't think it's going to be what you think it is. So our morning routine is essentially, I try to get up and take a walk or do something quiet to just set my mind in the right place. Preferably Bible study, but I've had a hard time Bible study. So I've been doing like I'll walk and do a podcast or do Bible reading or do praise music just to kind of put myself in the right place and then get back before my husband leaves. And my people kind of start trickling. So the big hang up is I have to take, by 9 a.m., take my pre-K to school. This ends up eating up 30 minutes of my morning, and it's really hard to kind of get back. So I've built like a little hey, you got to get your animals going. So I have the neighbor keeps an eye on them so I can run and not load everybody up. But they've been such stinkers. I'm fixing to load everybody up and remind them how much they appreciate the fact that I let the neighbor hang out, watch them. They typically spend their morning doing their morning chores. So that's feeding animals, taking care of all that stuff, taking care of their animals and all of that. And there's been a few times I've come home and they're still in front of the TV. Not gonna lie, it happens. But for the most part, they do get their wheels going. But I get home at 9:15 and it's just like, okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And that's where the big hang up comes for me is like, as much as I want to build my own curriculum, I have to have something ready to go that they understand their checklist without it consuming me to build it for 4 kids every day. All right. So that's kind of like how I get them moving. They kind of get up on their own. We tend to be morning people. My perfect world is that I could be up and then I have a few kids wake up and then a few kids wake up and it's perfect every day, but it just doesn't work that way. So we just kind of run into our natural rhythm. I don't have a problem. Like if it hits a certain time or if it feels like it's been longer than it should, I turn lights on. I just start turning lights on, like get out of bed is all I pretty much do. That's my fear. I'm going to start. Brought to you by Fisherman's Friend. No, they are not sponsored. It's the only thing that cuts the cough. And it's a post-nasal drip, he said. All right. Oh, I lost my spot. Okay, Flavina says, that's my fear. I'm going to start homeschooling in January, and I just hope she will be college ready. I'm scared I'm going to fail her. We're not going to fail her, because here's what I come down to. I keep comparing my kids right now today to the day I started college. And I'm like, you're not measuring up. You're not measuring up. But the reality is they're in middle school, and they're at about the same level I was when I left high school. In all realities and the ability to do things. There's some things I was a little bit more advanced in. They're going to get there. They're going to be more prepared. You will be amazed. If they know how to read, they know how to write, they know how to teach themselves, and they know some basic math, they're good. They're good. Really, if they know how to teach themselves, they're good. Still trying to decide. We have been doing 5 days a week. Thank you for sharing. No problem. What time are you in bed? Me or my kids? Which one do you really want to know, Lindsay? Because me, after my kids, my kids somewhere between 8 and 9:30. So usually it's around 8:30 we want them in bed. So sometimes we're like, go to bed early, because like we're all just overstimulated, we're tired and cranky, and sometimes they sneak and somehow distract us, and then we don't realize it's 9:30. But it's usually somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30. I go to bed afterwards, but it does not mean I go to sleep. I like to wake up slowly and go to bed slowly. So I kind of like to, about the time they go to bed, I take my shower. And, you know, now, granted, I live in a small, tiny little house, so it's kind of not a lot of places to be. And then I typically play on here, catch up on things. And the hard part is I haven't had a lot of time to be on my phone. So I haven't been able to like catch up on YouTube, because my husband's like, do not play videos while we're, you know, at night, because he's ready to go to sleep. Okay. Oh, I'm losing my spot. Okay. Hello, Mel. Abby says, for some reason, so many times you say things that make me take my breath away. See, Trish is still moving forward. So can we. Thanks for your realness and your aspects. You're welcome. There's only 2 options: quit or keep moving. Quitting is really not an option. Just keep moving. I'm seeing ADD, ADHD in both myself and my first grader. We have to stay relaxed and eclectic to keep enough variety and interest. Right. Actually, I have this like thing back here where I went and listed, like, these are all the things I have for math. These are all the things I have for language arts. These, you know, all my resources I really want to use. So if we're bored, switch to something else. Heather, which part you're in? Hey, Tatiana, I love you. I miss you. Tell me when you're coming back to town. Heather says, I'm just out. Oh, she's in Hungary. Abby says, wow, oops, wow, that's awesome. Joel says, any ideas for reading out loud books for a 12-year-old? For you to read to your 12-year-old, or for your 12-year-old to read to you, is my question. Lindsay says, yes, all of you. Okay, so I answered that. Subbuster says, Rascal Buster. Okay, so we're, all right, so you answered that. All right, one of my favorite read-alouds. Oh, you know what I bought? I should not be shopping. I really have a shopping issue. My mom and I talk about it all the time. When we get disgruntled and stressed, we shop, which is not healthy. Do not repeat after me. Repeat after me. Do not shop to leave mental distress. It's like taking in drinking or something, or drugs or whatever. It's the same thing. But anyways, I went shopping. I had to put that public service announcement. I got the, you see it? I got the Michaels wheelie cart, because I just felt like I had to have it. All right, I said that because there's something here. All right, so books I like to read. Let me see. I got some here. Okay. I love the Lamplighter issues. Oh, I can't lose that spot. That's the book we were looking for. My son's reading this one out loud to me right now. The Captain's Sword. This one's written in 1915. But you know, I like those old books. I love these books. We read them a lot. And then there's one I want to show you. I don't have it. I don't have it right here. I thought I did. Like, this is like me. This is how I print McGuffey readers because I'm so kind of lazy. I've been really lazy. I haven't been wanting to fold my pages in half, so I've been printing them full. I think I wore out the drum in my printer. Back in the day, this is how I would print them. I'd take the time, print them, and fold them so they look like an amazing book, but I'm too lazy for that. But there's another one. I know I'm slightly distracted. Can you tell? I was so tired. I told my daughter, I go, I'm so tired, but I know if I start this, you guys will just motivate me. Oh. I'm missing stuff. I'm like all caught up in looking for Clara Pearson's Among the Forest People. I like them because they're short stories, so my ADHD doesn't flake out before then. I mean, I like the longer stories, but I'm a little bit like, I'm tired of reading it to you. Let me go sit down and read it by myself so I can finish it. And I'm not going to lie, I used to do that where I'd start books with them. I'd get all caught up in it, and I'd go in the living room and finish reading the book. But then because I already read it, I didn't want to read it again. And I want to move in. So I like the Clara Pearson books, like Among the Forest People, Among the Barnyard People, and all of that, because it gives a moral and it lets us discuss character value, but it's only a 10-minute one, and she has a lot of ones to pick from, so I love those. Probably not what you're really looking for. My husband's reading Narnia again. I get bored reading out loud. I know this sounds awful, but I like to read it one time. And I'm not like, I don't want to go back and read it out loud over and over again. But I also don't like reading out loud. Not that I can't, but I like short sections of reading out loud, not the long haul. I did Sunlight. I did make it through there, but I got aggravated because I had to quit reading and I wanted to just keep reading the one book. It just mixed me all up. I think you would love My Father's World. It mixes so many different types of learning and it relieves my decision fatigue. I've only looked at it several times. Not gonna lie. I've looked at My Father's World. I did My Father's World kindergarten. I love that. In fact, anybody want to gift that? Because I gave it away. I think I gave it away. And I'm like, oh, if I still had that, that would be fun. I would love to do that one again. It was just enjoyable. I think it was just super, super enjoyable. I think I would like to do that one again. But I'm a little bit like curriculum burnt out. And I think my oldest would enjoy that for high school. Like, I really like have that on the back burner. Like, that would be a great high school curriculum. Kind of, sort of. Mama Butterfly made it. Good afternoon. Green Gables. I'm glad you like my cart. I want the cart for my future classroom, says Mama Geek. You know, so it's back and forth. This is the $30 cart from Michael's. My mom told me, because, you know, my mom's a big time crafter. And she has the crafting studio with all the ladies. She told me this one was not near as good as the one from IKEA, and they're priced the same. I will tell you, I bolted these really, really strong. If I have any problems, I'll probably take the bolts out and put the Loctite on there, you know, that liquid Loctite. And I will do that. But I don't know. I have to check out the other ones. But one of the things I like the idea, too, is like my magnet. You know, I want to make y'all miserable because you're going to be like, give me one of those. Look, I got the magnet. So, and then when I stopped at, you know, so I'm trying to like organize it because it's a little bit chaotic. I laugh out loud. Now Trish does, public service announcements. I do because, listen, I know the world of YouTube where we all look perfect and you should emulate us. And the world of YouTube says you should. I'm not perfect. I'm a hot mess. And if you're coming in, you need to have full public service announcement to know that you're walking into a hot mess path with me. That's how we got. Love the idea of visual reminders of the resources hiding in the house. Wait, I forgot. Did I say that? Oh yeah, that. Sorry. Compass Rose made it. Oh, I'm losing my place. Wow, I'm not keeping up. Dyke Family says hi. Tatiana says life's been crazy around here. Hopefully it gets better after the holidays, but I'll let you know when we're in town. Yes, please do. Sodbuster, I was watching your new video on habits and my phone didn't go off. I've been missing Sodbuster ones. Breath of Wonder, though, you have been like crazy amazing on the comment section. Just want to give you that one out there because I have not had the time to like comment back. And I was like, oh, girls on it, girls on it, girls on it. Heidi says, what do you do when you feel like you can't live with a box curriculum, but like I can't school them without it? 6 in the school with a pre-K, and I'm losing my marbles this year. This is us high-fiving right here. Just high-five the screen. There. That's probably about the right height. Just high-five the screen, girl. I'm with you. I'm with you. Do it again. We'll have another one. I'm with you because one day I want it, one day I don't. One day I want it, one day I don't. I mean, there's one days I just want to go buy ACE and get it all done. I think keep it minimal. Honestly, keep it minimal. Right now, in all honesty, Easy Peasy's free. And when I feel like I need to take a break from it and do something different with them, I don't have guilt and I'm not shopping. And look, I bought a huge expensive curriculum that I'm not even using. And I have more in there. And I have more in that other place. I have it all over the place. And yet none of it's. I think you have to go back to the 3 R's. You got 6 in the mix. 3 R's all the way. Unless they're in high school. If they're in high school, you got to kind of do something different. But 3 R's. And as much self-teaching as humanly possible you can do. And any way you can outsource it. Teaching textbooks. You know, they have the computer one. What else? CTC math. You know, just outsource and self-teach. And if they're ADHD bound, just mix it up. Variety is going to be your key to life. So just think, okay, I need a box curriculum for literature. I need a box curriculum for, grammar. I need a box curriculum. And then go, I found a book list. If I have time, I'll read to them. And they're going to be okay. Because what do you remember from whatever grade? History. Do you even remember anything? You just have to, and that's where I get into am I going to fail them or am I not going to? Why do I keep wanting to recreate school? But the reality is, even with my daughter, we have 5 more years, 5 years until she actually would start college. That's a lot of time to catch up where I went. I look at myself. So I got a graduate degree. When I came out of high school, I was not labeled college material. Sad to say, not. I actually had a high school teacher tell me, you're not going to make it. Yeah, that was like fantastic. He was the math teacher. He was not teaching me, but he was like, you're not going to make it. And you know what? Whatever. I just kept going. Kept on, kept keeping on or whatever. I was not college material. I had a lot to learn. I actually had a college professor give me one of these little books with vocabulary. It was a vocabulary, I think it was a spectrum vocabulary. And she's like, I don't mean to offend you, but you really need a bigger vocabulary. Here's a book of words. Can you give it back to me at the end of the semester? I was just like, I can't work through these problems. I'm like, I can't work through these problems. I just took a big pile of note cards and I wrote every word and every definition. And I put them on a ring. And I walked through my freshman year at the community college memorizing these words. The one word I remember the most, fortify, to strengthen. And it fortified my vocabulary, and that's where I began. So I keep kind of going back, even if I did nothing more than the very minimum from here on out, they're still above me. And as much as I was non-academic, what's being pushed into the out of the public school system at this point, I'm ahead of what they are now, so in the end, they're fine. But, that fear factor and everybody kind of giving you little nidbits are you sure? Are you sure? So I hope that answers you, Heidi. I don't know because I stopped the comments rolling. Here, Chicky Chicky says, my washing machine broke, so I'm currently washing clothes for a family of 6 in the bathtub while my kids watch Brave Wilderness on YouTube. Girl. Let's all take a moment and emotionally hug you. Because, no. I'd be like, have you seen the one where they get the pea sheller on the big tub and they wash that way? I'd be washing that way, not in the tub. Because the tub, I've washed in the tub. It just makes a mess. Yes, stores are the best. She has autism and is not a lover of school. Oh, yes, my father's world K, Vix, the mom says. Thanks. You have such a foundation of videos that is such a great resource for a homeschooling mama that needs a friend, a mama who understands. Thank you for sharing your journey. You're welcome. I really feel bad because here lately I've just not been making videos. And I've just been so stressed. Like, I feel like I talk in circles. To be honest with you, it's very comfortable to sit in the live feed and talk with you and answer questions and get onto my little tangents because I have you guys going in the comments like, come back from your rabbit trail. But here lately, my rabbit trails have been really bad because my stress has been so crazy. And to be honest, I'm afraid to make videos and sound like a bumbling idiot because I'm really close to sounding like a bumbling idiot most days because I'm just like beside myself. I'm just absolutely beside myself in stress. And then I'm like, I should be videoing this so I can draw back on it later. And I'm just like, not right now. Not right now. Not right now. Creative 2x mom, which by the way, your baby is adorable. I say the same thing about history and science. Learning way more now about those two than I did 13 years in public school. I agree. I absolutely agree. And I run into textbooks feel so safe. And at the same time, they don't teach you hardly anything. Have you heard of The Good and the Beautiful? Yes, I have. We're doing the language arts, but it covers grammar, spelling, writing, geography, literature, and a good chunk is free. I have thought about that a lot. Not going to lie. A lot. Like a lot. A lot. But I'm not buying anything right now. I'm like refusing to buy anything. But I did buy this. You see this? This is so cool. Okay, I told you, side note, it's magnet beads. So these are like tiny little beads. All right, let me push it all in. You see it? I can't see you though. So this little thing, and then what it does is it teaches you. Oh, they went down. So I love this. So it teaches them, and then like the little metal balls come up. So I've been doing that. But outside of like buying like crazy things like this, I did just get like this really like logic game thing too. Besides, I never buy games. I never let myself buy stuff like that. I'm buying that. But I'm like, I'm not buying curriculum at all until after May. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I can't afford to do it. No more. That's all I got to say. No more. I do want to do it though. Like, even if I did like My Father's World kindergarten next year and I could do The Good and the Beautiful through 8th grade. Do they go up to 8th grade? Or even I could put her in 7th grade. It wouldn't matter. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Because then the same point I already told myself, like, I'm not doing anything just stringent this year or next year. We got plenty of time, not this year or next year. We're not going to try and do high school credits early. I'm fixing to have like my last 5.5 years with her. Don't need to make it crazy. Just don't. Mel, try using magnetic letters for spelling and vocabulary. Heidi says, yes, so thankful for the wisdom you share. It might be a season of the 3 R's for us, and that would be okay. You are such a blessing to me, girl. Y'all are a blessing to me, honestly. I mean, knowing that I have to check in at 2 o'clock on Tuesday is like, better get myself together of some sorts. And I mean, that accountability is huge, big benefit for me. I'm at the place where I'm deciding if I want to continue the curriculum I've bought in the past 20 years or if I want some of the newer stuff. I'll confess, a lot of the newer stuff is so appealing. It is. And yet sometimes I just feel like it's so much stuff. Like I'm a little bit flipping out because this is really clean right now. If you would have seen it Saturday, no, you would have seen it yesterday morning. It looked like a bomb went off. Yeah, a bomb went off. It was insane. I couldn't move. I have like, I'm going to show you because I got the lights off because the lighting's better. Okay, that door right there is a bathroom. I'm not going to lie. I have toys. Well, number one, I don't have a septic tank or a sewer system, so there's no bathroom use. I got so much stuff loaded in there. My internet. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. I just started hiding it. And my son keeps dragging stuff out and making me crazy. And I'm like stepping on stuff. And then the cough suppressant medicine he gave me, benzoate, something like that, making me loopy. I'm like, I can't handle it. I just started, I mean, like right now, I'm in the like garbage bag mode because I'm just like over it. And because of that, it got me to the point I'm like, I can't handle curriculum with a lot of pieces. I like unboxing the pieces because they're so cool. But then I have to live with them after the first week, and then I don't like them. I don't like pieces. I don't like lots of pieces. And I think I like Good and the Beautiful better if the flashcards were a video, because I'm that mom. Give me a video. I find, where's that? Wait. I find someone who was educated in an institution, public school, it is extraordinarily difficult not to think institutionally when it comes to teaching and learning curriculum. Amen. That's me. And I know I don't have to. So here Chicky says, I'm refusing to buy anything, but I did buy this. I have stuff coming in the mail. Not gonna lie. Oh, I did buy, listen, we can go on for hours. I'm not buying anything, but I did buy this. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Can I stretch? Oh, I can't stretch. But I did buy this. I'm actually liking it. Can you see it? Let's turn the light on. English composition and grammar. This is the complete book, and it's it is, you can't read it. Let's see if I can get the sticker off. I did buy this, but I mean, does it count? It was the used bookstore of Amazon. It was I don't know, can you see it? It's Warner's book, benchmark edition, complete course. So I bought that one because I was listening to Darcy Isabella. Love her. I love her like just sarcastic minimalism, homeschooling 10 kids kind of sense of humor. I love her. She mentioned it, so I had to order it just to see what it looked like. Isn't that awful? I'm not using it, but I actually am thinking I'm going to use it in 9th grade, and I'm going to give her all 4 years to get the book done and just be done. And there's your book, and I'm done. But I had to look at it. Chaos and Grace says level 1 through 5 are free in the printable version. I know. I mean, I've already ate up 4,000 pages this year on the printer. Drum has to be replaced. Already ate up 4,000 pages because I like those 500-page packs. I know. I look at it. I'll tell you the one part I don't like about her curriculum, The Good and the Beautiful. Y'all just hang on here. Don't get upset because I know y'all are into it. I do not like that she has her pages, you know, like, so this is originally, you know, supposed to be like a half page kind of deal, you know. It's supposed to be printed this size. But like her printouts are 2 pages on 1. And visually that kind of messes with my mind. Just not gonna lie, it messes with me. I don't know if it messes with my kids, but it messes with me. But if you could print it out, then you could print it out like this. I probably would have printed it by now. All right. They go through high school. Does she have all the good and beautiful stuff in high school yet or not? Just kind of wondering. Video requests. So what does Breath of Wonder says? Have you ever used Ray's Arithmetic or Strayer Upton for math? I know you like vintage books. Can you give a one lesson walkthrough of the Rod and Staff math? I don't have Rod and Staff math anymore, but I do like the fact that it's a lot of math facts, but my kids hate it. But I liked Rod and Staff. I've even thought about going back to that, but I won't because I know they don't. It's nothing that has appealed to any of them so far, so I doubt it will appeal. In fact, for my second grader, to give her something to do, that is the Math You See blocks and the book from when I used it for a little bit and then no longer used it. That I pulled out and I was like, here, year and a half, 2 years later, here, use this. And she's using it and she likes it. So I'm like, okay. Yes, I'm so thankful for your wisdom. This is what Tracy says. And outlook on things. When I get overwhelmed, I know where to go. Because you're in good company. This year you have a giant blessing to me. You have been a, I guess it's you have been a giant blessing to me. Hadiya Rahman says, hello, is there an LA curriculum that has read alouds with full color with coloring sheets to go along? We unschool and I still keep their hands busy while they listen. I don't know, but I figured anything you're reading, all you'd have to do is do a Google search and I'm sure you'd find coloring pages. That's actually not a bad idea, but that would require me staying still. What did the doctor say about the cough? I went today. He said sometimes your postnasal drip can have a lingering cough for months. Take a antihistamine. That's what he told me because I already ran through the antibiotic and the steroid, but the cough isn't that bad. It's just at night. And he said it's more of a histamine issue with a little postnasal drip and to take an antihistamine. Yeah. Oh no, I can deal with a lot of pieces. Oh, with all the curriculum. I love it. I love it when I get to unbox it. It's like Christmas and then I'm kind of over it. My kids are really enjoying Monarch. I've never given my kids grades in the past. Growing up in public school, I felt like grades made me feel like a failure. So I didn't do them as a homeschool mom. That is awesome. You know, my kids with Monarch, and I like Monarch. I really like Monarch, but I didn't. The whole like turning pages thing was just a mess electronically. And in the end, it always made me want to go back to LifePack. And I won't lie, like sometimes I'm like, oh, I wouldn't mind going back to LifePack history. I like LifePack history. I like the way they put it together. Of all my like little workbook self-teaching things, I like LifePack history. Oh my printer won't work in Europe, so we got a low-cost one here, and it won't print two-sided. And I was like, I can't live without this, so I bought a third printer. Any printer junkies, raise your hand up. Let's just do a high five together. I couldn't live without a printer. I print so much stuff. It's not funny. And I mean, I print stuff to print stuff. I do. I'm a printer. I mean, I'm always making something. I'm always printing something. I just can't. I couldn't live without a printer. I could not live without a printer. I can't deal with a lot of pieces either. This is Breath of Wonder. That's why I am looking towards vintage books for math, like Ray's Math, Strayer, Upton. I want something simple and complete. We fell back into Saxon math. We just fell right back into it. But it's 3 pieces, you know, outside of the textbook. And now I have the older ones in my little filing cabinet. You know, it's the textbook, all the answers, and the test forms. It's easy. I mean, do my kids absolutely love it? No, but I'm just kind of like, you got to do something. I don't care. You're doing this. Have I told you that I like to print things? I like to bind things. I really want my own binding machine, like the professional ones where you can order the PDF books. Like you can order any free book on Google. Oh, doesn't that look nice? Okay, don't laugh. So all this is, you know, my daughter's name, the year, the grade, lesson plans. All this is a printout of the easy peasies. So if I'm not online, I have an idea of what to assign. Nothing much there, but I mean, like, I didn't print this to print this. Honestly, I'd already printed it out and put it in their binder, because see, there's a 3-hole punch. I just put it in and made it like a little book. And I get going. I did hers, and I just kind of shove it in here. So I have a filing cabinet, and I did Lottie's. Oh, what did I do? I'm missing something. Where's my page? Okay. See, there's Lottie's. But my other 2 kids, I haven't gotten there yet. That's what I do. And then I put this one, like, I thought this was so structured. I'm not going to do it, though, but the attendance. So I could date the attendance, because I got to keep that. But I'm like, that's a cool form, but I probably will keep it that way. But I thought that was kind of a neat way. I don't know, because I like the feeling of, like, here's our lesson plans, which My Father's World totally does for you. But, like, for me, I feel like that's what I need in life. I could be wrong, but, you know, I always kind of gravitate to wanting that. The guys at Kinko's knows me by name. I would listen. I would be making mortgage payments to Kinko's. Oh, how did I lose my spot? Jomo says hello. Creator Mom says, I wish I had a printer. We always get old ones from friends and they come to the house to die. We're trying Saxon for the first time. We've always used Sadler, Oxford, but 7th grade is struggling this year. Saxon so far, hoping I don't have to switch again. It takes us a little while, but I will tell you on Saxon, if they're running into a problem, like, read the lesson, do the practice, tomorrow do the problem set. You know, and I kind of do that routinely, just if they need that breakup of it. I like printing and laminating things. Me too. Me too. I mean, that's how I end up with a lot of, like right here. There's my McGuffey primer. I have this tabbed because I'm actually using this right here as my pencil. So I'm making this the correct formation of A, then the correct formation of at, and then I actually go to cat. I don't go to rat or sat. I go to cat, sat, and then rat. Just making sure that they do it without thinking, kind of deal. My son really does great more unschooling, but I go crazy. I need the structure of curriculum. So trying to find a happy medium. We use My Father's World K now. If you're doing kindergarten, yeah, they like unstructured. You know, you're playing most of the time. And the big part is school doesn't have to take place at a table, if that helps. But your kindergarten, you're good. You're good. It's going to be so much more work later. Enjoy these days that I did not enjoy. Somebody said, oh, you're doing kindergarten? And don't stress. Enjoy this time. And I was like, oh, how can I? And now I look back, I'm like, I should have been enjoying the time. Is Saxon a mastery program? I would love to print, but ink is so expensive. It is a spiral program that masters. And one of my favorite things, I don't have the book here, is when the older versions, I don't know about the newer versions, the older versions. And the newer versions, I don't know. I just don't mess with those. I don't even start dealing with Saxon until it's 5-4. You know, the 5-4, 6-5, 7-6 kind of deal. I don't deal with anything Saxon other than what Mr. Saxon was involved in, not John Hake, I think it is. And not since they sold out. But there's people that like their homeschool paper ones. I like the textbooks and I buy them off Amazon. But they have the reference number. So if they get stuck on the problem set, they have like the reference lesson number to go back and figure it out. I love printing. I need an intervention. Yes, Ali, so do I. We should go together. Printers Anonymous. Heather says my laminator is the wrong plug for Europe. I'd buy another printer. I'd buy another laminator. See, if I bought another laminator, it's not curriculum. So it's totally allowable in this curriculum fast. Just put it out there. Like it's totally allowable. It's not curriculum. I could buy two if I wanted to. I use refillable ink cartridges. I buy the ink myself, refill them, and I print again. So I don't have an ink. I do have an inkjet. I was gifted an inkjet for that does 12 by 12s, but I won't lie, it's really big and it confuses me. But I love having a laser. Hi there. Okay, my dream says, my dream homestead. Hi there. Quick question. Why did you leave curriculum? Why did you leave Robinson curriculum? Who, me? I kind of didn't. There's the list. I love Robinson curriculum. I don't know. I have a hard time keeping my kids engaged and know that we did it. And I should totally fall back on it and be fine, but I don't. You make me feel like I should. I should. It totally works. I do Saxon math. I do fix-it grammar. I could totally do that and just make it better. Maybe I'll do that next week in the midst of my curriculum fast because I have most books and then I keep printing books because I like to print books. I love Robinson curriculum. I have a girlfriend who started there, who's still there. Phenomenal leaps and bounds. One of the hard parts for me I had was I couldn't keep my kids on task. I have one that will do it naturally, and I have one that won't. I have two that won't at all. And so it's really, really hard to get that, you know, like that expectation to do that without sitting there and having it done with them. But if I could, I would totally do that. Yep. Maybe I'll do it next week. Maybe I'll do that in December. Maybe January. I might do that. But I might not. We'll see. We'll see how amongst my curriculum fast how that goes. If that answers your question. I love that stuff. Anyways, I've always unschooled too, but I let people's opinions get me down because my kids are so far ahead in some things and behind in others, which is why we switched to Monarch. I wonder, Carrie, how long have you been doing Monarch? Because I'm curious on the aspect of if you'll get to the point where you're like, oh, this is monotonous. Let's go back to doing unschooling. Or is it giving you a place or giving them a place to, what is he sending me? My husband is on my, listen, my husband is on my list today. Like on my list. Like I love him, but he's kind of being an idiot. And I love him. But man, he's sitting there sending me emails today. But I wonder if it's like motivating more for more exploration, or is it kind of killing them and making them tired in some sense that they're not naturally exploring? Crystal says, son was doing teaching textbook geometry, had done 7th, pre-algebra, algebra 1, and started geometry, all teaching textbooks. The ACE diagnostics said he needed 7th grade math. He'd forgotten most of the percentages in fraction math. I always want to stumble into teaching textbooks. My biggest reason why is there's not enough mastery. And there was a conversation on Facebook, I don't know, in the last 48 hours, that somebody was like comparing teaching textbooks and Saxons, and everybody's putting their way in. And somebody said teaching textbooks is good for learning the lesson, but it doesn't give the time for the mastery. And that's where Saxon wins. And I went, that's why I do Saxon. That's why I have not left the Saxon boat. Now I go swim off of it for a little bit, but I don't leave the boat. I like CTC math, but at the same token, just like teaching textbooks, there's not that constant review that turns it into second nature, which is why I've kind of moved. They were spending a lot of time on CTC math, which was a good time spent. But now I'm along the lines of you do that for 15 to 20 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week, you do Saxon math. This is just to help give you a leg up to understand what you're doing. The Saxon math is to master your content. They don't always like it, but in the end, like that's what I feel comfortable. Being an engineer, being a math person, that's what I'm comfortable. I want to make sure they understand the pieces and they've mastered it like second nature, like cursive. We don't have to think about what we're doing. And that's why I use the Saxon math. Even when I want to leave it, I go back. So we're doing the ACE 7th grade math for now. I mean, ACE is good stuff. Good stuff. Going to a new church and introduced my kids, and they asked what grade they are in. My older kid said 7th, 8th grade. He laughed and said, "Are you homeschooled?" Yep. Oh, that's cute. I love it. May go back to teaching textbooks when done. Or geometry. Yeah, do it. That'll be great. I know. I love it. Green Gables, I'm with you. They're so cute. I know. I'm a little bit behind. Here I am. We've only done Monarch for about 3 months, using it to fill gaps. They're loving it. Awesome. Don't even change. No, there is mastery. It's just in that. So what will happen in ACE math is you will do, so there's 12 books. There might be 4 to 5 concepts, hardcore concepts that they build on. So book 1 will be that concept, and then that concept will be revisited anywhere from 2 to 3 books later, and then 2 to 3 books later, so you are revisiting it. But you will master that portion, and then you'll move on to something else, and you'll move on, and then you'll revisit, build on it. ACE math is fantastic. It is hardcore, strong math. But if that gap between practicing is too much for a child, then you're going to run into problems. Where Saxon is like this continual review. On the last lesson of the book, you are still covering content from the beginning of the book, just in a review method. Creative Times 2 times Mom says, "I'm so tough with math. It's always the last thing I'll cut on a busy day." Me too. Because math's a building block, so you can catch up English really quick. But math isn't. Any recommendations on a good hands-on curriculum? Timberdoodle? I don't know. There's a lot of, I don't know. I think I don't know. I have not found that. Like, I would like a whole, the STEM in me would be like, just give us stuff to build all day. But the other part, the fact that the STEM in me doesn't need to be told to build stuff all day. We'll just naturally do it. So it kind of runs into the stuff. Crystal says, "I thought you quit from homeschooling." I sure did, but I couldn't stay gone for long. Nope, I couldn't. I didn't make it. I didn't make it because in the end, even when I'm not doing like the most fantastic job, it's still pretty good. My daughter, everything I try, she says is boring. Yeah, then you hit the point of suck it up, buttercup. You get to pick this, but the rest of it's going to be something different. Pepper and Pine in the house. So Pepper and Pine uses key to math series, the key to fractions, decimals. I know, I've seen that, and I think that is the coolest thing, but I've yet to get into it because I'm not buying curriculum. Oh, let me just take this for a moment to share with you guys because this is kind of funny. I had the most craziest adventure a while back. Oh, by the way, I probably should go later on and do show notes and like Amazon link everything we talked about today. But I probably won't. So I had the craziest adventure. I had somebody send me this email. Well, her name's Crystal. She sent me this email and she was like, well, that wasn't it. Nope, I bought that. She sent me an email and she was like, "Hey, enjoy watching you. I'm cleaning out my homeschool closet, one homeschooler to another. I'm just going to drop ship you some stuff. By the way, my husband FedExed it, doesn't deliver to P.O. boxes. You got to go to Walgreens." Okay. Number one, I had no idea. Like, I'm living in a box. I didn't know Walgreens does FedEx pickup and drop off. Number one. So I was a little bit like, I sent it to my husband. I'm like, "Do you think this is a hoax?" And he's like, "No, I don't think so." So I kind of feeled her out. I'm like, "I don't think it's a hoax." Okay. So I got Happy Mail. I'm making a mess down here. I got Happy Mail. So she sends me a sticker, and I look, it's like a 1 foot by 1 foot box. Let me show you. This was the box waiting for me. Is that not crazy? Look, see, there it is. There's my address. This whole box for me. And I should have videoed it. I didn't video it because I was just like beyond a goofball excited when I began opening it. I've got to show you what she sent me because only one homeschool mom to another homeschool mom totally gets why this is so much fun. Wait, Crystal says, my daughter has the I have phonetic issues. Math scrambles her brain instantly. We did times tails for multiplication, which works wonders. Anyone have programs or curriculum for severe math disabilities? I like copy work. Have you tried just writing math facts? I mean, now granted, later on, it will be kind of, it becomes more involved. But if math facts don't have to be thought about when you do it, it's less things that have to happen in your brain because your brain instantly reacts to the math fact without, and I always do up to 12 times 12. So when you could do that well versed, but I don't know. I wonder if y'all have an answer. Okay. So I opened it up. I know I should have videoed it. There's like so much stuff in here. Okay, so first off, at the very bottom, I got all excited. So there's like binders. She sent me like crazy binders. Because, I mean, how many of y'all have like, so this is just was extra in her closet. How many of y'all have just like weird binders where you're like, oh, I should get more binders and more binders and more binders. So, share the love. She sent me these. I'm loving these. I don't know if it's just whatever it is, but they're like almost project book style binders. So it's nothing more than I think a 1-inch binder. It's got this little pocket here. So it's not like a daily use, but it's definitely a report form. I'm loving it. So it's got the little thing in there. It's called a flex view. These are so cool. Isn't that nuts? I love it. I love it. Okay, so I thought this was exciting. Look at these. I have not seen these. So these are letter organizers from classmates. So, this is Walmart. I got to put one of those things in my mouth. And see, look, again, it's just like this little thing here. So I'm not sure like what she might have had planned. I think I've tried one of these or an idea of this maybe about like putting each assignment in for the day or using, like using them like workbox style. Does that make sense? Like, wouldn't this be cool for workbox style? So I color code my kids. So this would be my son. Putting like your card in here, and then this would be like workbox 1, workbox 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wouldn't that be cool to do with one of these? And then you can so if it's bulky, it has the elastic. Crazy how much joy curriculum and school supplies brings to the heart of a homeschool mom. Had a friend give us nearly a full pack of page protectors, and you would have thought it was a package of gold. It is a package of gold. They're page protectors. So I got a green one, an orange one, a pink one, a blue one, another green one, another blue one. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Does this not bring back? I know it was a fad there for a minute, but it reminds me of the 90s with all the neon. Yeah. Or late 80s, early 90s, right? Right? That was neon. I think it was early. No, it was late 80s. It was early neon. But these are cool. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with those yet, but I like them. This is what she sent me. I don't know. Just love it. So Crystal sent this. She's like, just another YouTube subscriber. I'm like, another YouTube subscriber sending me her junk that I love. Hello. I mean, seriously, right? Because I was an instant like glory. Because at first I'm like, did she go shopping? No, this is just out of her closet. This is the Mardell file folder packs. I mean, like Mardell, that one that I already gave away, but I love the color scheme this year. Yeah, 12 folders, 3 designs. I was a bit ecstatic about this. In fact, I'm so ecstatic. I was doing something and I was like revamping and adding some contact paper to some old file folders to make them look pretty again. And I'm like, I got these. I'm like, oh, heck no, I'm not wasting these. Not on my kids. No, these are moms. These are moms. I mean, I'm just saying. Joel says, I was cleaning out my father-in-law's house after we put him in a nursing home. I found 2 reams of paper and I thought I hit gold. My husband and I have like a box of pencils and junk from college. And we will not break into them. And like, he's like, you don't have to buy any more pens. Here they are. Now, granted, they're 15 years old. They're not any good. But he had an electric eraser. So like drafters have like, so it like literally has like the tube for the eraser and it, so he's like, look. I'm like, yeah, I need that. Okay. Paid tabs. We got tabbies. Because, you know, these are gold. These are always gold. I'm always buying these. Who said page protector? No, these aren't page protectors. These are like organizers. They're single pocket sheet organizers. Dang. It's like gold in here. And we're not even to like the stuff that had me like insane maniac when I opened it up. This is the Party Puzzle Hidden Pictures by Highlights with stickers. Oh, yeah. I know. Isn't it awesome, Compass? I know. I was like, what? Okay. Here's another one. So I think we have the animal puzzles with stickers, and this is a wildlife favorite. Love. Right. Here we go. Binders are different and hungry too. Either 2 or 3, but not 3 ring. Crazy. I wouldn't have thought about that. Compass still uses the electric eraser. Perfect attendance. Yes, thank you. Mom has showed up every day. Get one of these for me. Like, isn't that cute? So, on your roll. I don't know. We don't do grades. I have a hard time before high school. I'm like, I don't see the point of grades. Sodbuster, I'm going through a box of somebody sent me. Miss Crystal sent me out of Texas when she cleaned out her homeschool room. She cleaned out her closet and sent me her junk. I say that with endearment because in my sarcasm, I love it. All right, here we go. We got some great jobs. You know, I need to this is 12-pack. I should actually use these for my husband. I told you he kind of was a ding-dong, right? He made some ding-dong choices with his words today. But I think I should start like, great job. Hey, honey, great job. You put the toilet seat down. I'm going to give you a certificate. Erin says she grades middle school. Erica says, I'm not a homeschooler, but I still love all the paper supplies. I know. I usually start with math. You know, I do grade math. I don't ever do anything with the grades, but I do grade math. Like, hey, you didn't hit 80. Do it again. Kind of deal. Look at this. Love to learn. Sister was hitting the dollar store, the Target dollar store, because there's a thing. Look at that. I love it. Sorry, I'm coughing. Coughing in excitement. All right, these are so cute. These are, again, they're like from the dollar store. So they make like a little milk carton. So you fold them up. So they're like a gift box. How many do I have in here? There's 2. I might need that for like pre-K classroom thing. You know, like to get the teacher. Aaron says it gets them ready for college. True. Oh, wait. Let's see. Sudbuster's like, so sweet. Tracy says, have your kids done any coding programs? Yes. They played in Khan Academy. Bubba was supposed to do coding with a coding group. I don't know if I got that set up or not. I'll have to get to that. But he likes coding. They'll actually get in there and play. They've been in Google Drawing and Google Docs a lot lately. So they've been doing a lot of Googles. I give out a syllabus with my expectations. See, I'm not that I don't do that much planning. I don't know if I don't know, because I change my mind so much. But I think, like, in all essence, I'm an unschooling mom with a classical education, Charlotte Mason wannabe homeschool house. Family Roots says, Sodbuster, you'll really like I know, I gotta go watch Sodbuster's video. When I go in to clean the house, I'll go and clean the kitchen. I'll go watch her video. Dang, you got a great box of fun stuff. I'd be hoarding it too. I am hoarding it. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like okay, so Super Student Award presented to 4 dates signed. Yeah, I'm seriously like where my husband is right now. We handed them things out in sarcasm. Hey Trish, what happened to the fun schooling journals? I love them. I have to assign them. You know, the whole like some kids are like, oh look, open and I can do whatever I want. My kids are like, I don't know what to do with this, Mom. What do I need to do? I have to assign the work. I think I would enjoy them loose, like that I can hand them out as a piece of paper versus being bound. I think might be better for them, but sometimes they work a little bit on them, sometimes they don't. I love them. I think they're beautiful. I would just collect them and put them on the shelf and glance at them, or maybe I should do them myself. That would be fun to do them on my own. But I think I need to set more of an example. I mean, I'd almost probably have to get my own to sit down with them and show them how to use it, kind of deal. I think that's like my biggest hang up on them. I know I haven't made a full video on them because I'm still like evaluating like where I stand on them. But I love them. My kids aren't the fit for them. Creating essence. I do a lot of planning, but I still don't start grading and expectations until high school when I'm also making transcripts. Before then, the point is learning to love learning. Right. I like that. That's kind of where I stand on too. I give out the rules for school at the start and hang it up. Rules. I should make some stinking rules. I don't know. My rules are like be nice, obey your mom, do what I told you to do, don't give me an attitude. Those are my rules. Those are kind of my rules. Sodbuster says thanks. Uploaded at 3 a.m. so that I went and chicken out. Trish, what about in your binders? My binders. Wait, what binders? Are you talking about? Oh. Katie. Lottie. Can I have your binder? Can I have your big blue binder? Sidebuster and I were talking about that. Aaron says I couldn't wrap my head around the journals. Yeah, they're definitely not for everybody. Thundersword, how old were you when you had your first Sodbuster? Sorry, that's an inappropriate question. I don't see where the point goes, and I don't think it's going to go to a place that we want. You have been axed. Sodbuster, get to that. Breath of Wonder. Sodbuster said earlier I was late to Trish's get together because I was watching your habit video and my phone didn't go off. I need to get to that. Oh, wait. Yes, we refer to them a lot. Thank you, ladies. Okay. So I'm going to get to my binder. I'll get to that. Again, love them. Look at these little tags. Aren't those cute? I think I'm going to be using these for Christmas. Wait. There's more. Aren't those adorable? I don't know. Like, I haven't figured out. They're Valentine's mini buttons. You're a hoot. These are chalkboard tags. Aren't those adorable? I think those would be great for organizing other stuff. I would love to see some examples of those fun school journals completed. I would too, because we're like slowly getting through. It's not something, well, I guess it's just not our mentality either. Like I don't have the journaling kids, but if there was like journaling type kids, I'm sure they would just eat every one of those up. But I think in many ways, it's that open spot to teach my kids to journal in that way. Because they just kind of look at it and they're like, I don't know what to do. Sodbuster, so much chatter about that video. Headed to watch it after this one. Do you do check lists for your kids' work? Yes, I do. I'll show you that in a minute. All right, stickers. I love these stickers. These are some of my favorite stickers. These are another pair of my favorite stickers. You know, so I got a pile over here. I'm tossing them some more tags, some bookmarks, and they're all a bunch of different ones. Pins for my planner. Can't go wrong there. All right, this is cool. This is like tape measuring ribbon. Isn't that cool? And then a whole envelope full of stickers. I think sister knows that I like stickers. And guess what I have more of? Binders. So I had to show off that. That was like from Crystal. I thought, like, I just was like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I was having a really crummy day. My husband totally broke me in the middle of my hyper focus, and so it puts me in a really bad mood when I'm in a hyper focus. And he's like, "We're doing this now," and I'm like, "Don't mess with me." So that helps. Okay, so Elizabeth wants to see my checklist. I'll show you that in a second. Have you ever checked out Plain Not So Plain, her curriculum? No, I should write that down. I just gave myself a notebook to make a list. Plain Not So Plain. Erica says, I need those stickers. I know they're mine. I'm not gonna lie. It was just off the top. Plain Not So Plain. Is she the one that has, there's one person that has a complete set of curriculum that she built, which is pretty amazing, but it's not me. Trish, are you still using the Happy Planner? It's funny you should say that. So I got this one. You know, I got the Recollections. I went to Recollections because I like the fact that it's spiral and it doesn't let me constantly change things up because then I become having issues. And then I got this one because I thought it would be easier because it would let me visually see the time. But it kind of got overwhelming. And I'm having a hard time carrying this and keeping up. But I mean, I have fun with it and all. When I went shopping for non-curriculum, but I got to stop shopping, I actually bought the mini Recollections. I'm loving it. The really neat part was it's not dated. So I started it November 1st. And I mean, I'm writing in it. And then the weekly layouts, you have to write them in. There's a couple of different ways to do them. There's one where it's all boxed into 4 quadrants. That didn't work with me very well, so I went with this one. And it's worked out good. Let me make sure I'm not giving personal information. Okay. Let's see. But it gives me just enough room, but it's not too much room. And I like it. I picked this up at Walmart in the scrapbook section. And this Faith, really cute Faith sticker book for minis. So I like that. I really like that. So I'm using that. Okay. Aaron loves stickers. Oh, such cute stuff. Wait. Such cute stuff. The planner that you haven't been using. No judgment. None. I have one for Bible study. I don't know where I put it. That like I write my Bible verses in too. Just saying. I'm so thankful that my son is a notebook learner like myself. I don't know how you ladies deal with different learning styles. Hence why we change back and forth. Yes, Crystal rocks. I use Plain Not So Plain's curriculum for my youngers. It's a whole lifesaver. I'm going to have to check that out. Just started this week on it. I just won a brilliant life planner on Instagram. I'm eager to get my hands on it. Ooh, I can't wait. Instagram that, video that. I want to see what that looks like. We have one checklist for the whole week so that they do what I want them to do. It makes it so much easier. Stickers. I am making my own planner to fit all the things I need, like Andrew Mills. I love hers, and then I keep changing my mind. So I kind of feel like I have to almost stick within boundaries that I can't change because I'm so variable. But I think that's all ADHD. Megan's in the house. Okay. Megan is 5 hours from me, and she actually now lives in the same town as my brother-in-law. There will be a meetup coming one of these days. One of these days, as soon as I get up there. Different learning styles. Okay, so one of the things that Trish, you know me, not judging. I love you. Okay, so Sidebuster and I were going back and forth. My biggest motivator this year is I keep falling back to my commonplace book that I did last year that I did with I kind of called it my minimalist homeschooling kind of thing, my minimalist homeschooling. And I loved it, and I love going back there, and I love seeing my kids writing in the whole 9 yards. So Shalise and I were talking and go back and forth, and I go, you know, I really want to do that style, but I really like having the 3-ring binders. So I kind of compromised to do about the same thing. And this is what I have set up at this moment, because, you know, who knows what next week will bring at this moment. So I'm trying to get my kids a little bit more, going back to like getting your kids kicked off and going, this is a long video today, but it is needed because I haven't been making videos. I've been going, I decided to kind of draft a list. So I even told them at the very top, I printed, this is still in progress, expect changes. As for now, I want you to train yourself to follow this schedule. 6:30, wake up and get dressed, brush your teeth, make your bed. 7 a.m., eat breakfast and clean up from it. You know, not just put the bowl in the thing. 7:30 to 8 is animal chores. 8:15, I want you to be doing, you know, over the course of 45 minutes, extra math. That's a daily thing. Fix-it grammar and some CTC math, which is really more time than they need, but kind of giving them that exact thing. Then I'm asking them to do easy peasy. So she's doing her like level 4 easy peasy for an hour and a half, an hour of Saxon math. And then, you know, like do your lunch, put your dishes away. So I kind of have it, an idea. It's not the perfect, it's going to get changed. What exactly is minimalist homeschooling? I don't know. I haven't figured it out. That's what I called it. It's where I just took some antiquated books and I tried to apply that to life, and it was going great until mom like burned out. What I like about Easy Peasy is, besides the fact that she does use antiquated books, is she actually does a loop schedule that I don't have to do. The loop schedule I want to implement, but I get overwhelmed by it because I feel like we have to do everything every day. But then I have a hard time because I want to be like, this is this group, you know, whatever. So I seen something similar on Pinterest and I said, I can implement that. And that's what I made. Let me see what you say. Elizabeth says, combining is key. I always find something I forgot. I love combining. Oh, I love combining because then you can add and pull from it. And I really like at the end is being able to combine a mash up of all their stuff versus just a composition book. So I kind of like that idea too. How do you find time to do all the things you do? Mrs. TC, let me give you the biggest way I do that. I don't do laundry and I'm horrible at doing dishes, but I make sure I feed my kids. Listen, everything else is falling apart. That's just how it works. But I mean, I'm ADHD, so it's like, it's always chaotic. But I get into my little things and I just start, I can make things in a short period of time. It just takes me a while to get into that mode. So my oldest is doing EP. And in fact, actually all 4 of mine are doing some parts and pieces of Easy Peasy. So I made this, I colored it because I like the idea of it being a color. You see that? So week 11, I put the date. And then I put on here like our extra math, CTC math, and math. Or what's that say? Yeah, math. This one actually is taking a break from Saxon, so she's doing the Easy Peasy. What you don't see here is it says day 8, you know, D8, whatever. But then I put a list of every possible topic here. But then what I did was I only filled in the days that, like, on this day's work, because on level 4, she's on day 8. She only has reading and vocabulary, and this is her fix-it grammar. And then I just put a dash in And then for her year 3, she just has these pieces. So I just kind of filled something out like this. I don't know how well you can see it. But this kind of becomes my checklist for the week. And I mean, it's really just what's going on Easy Peasy, but it allows them to check off and see like how much do I have to do, because when I tried putting it in the classroom, it started overwhelming them in the classroom. If I have them go into the website, they get lost in the website. The website overwhelms them with all the stuff. So the latest and greatest to keep them on task, I've been copying and pasting what they need for the day into Google Slides that they view, and they can click on the links so that it stays there. Otherwise, they get kind of lost. Now, is this a perfect system? No. Does my kid love Easy Peasy? This one doesn't love it. But I need that extra help in that instruction aspect, and this is how I'm getting it with them. Elizabeth says, if we do too many worksheets, it starts becoming busy work. So we try to combine some language arts. Right. And I'm kind of moving into like just trying to get out of language arts. Crystal says, with my kids, we pretty much have to have a set amount of work. They won't ever choose to do extra. Mine either. Absolutely mine. Mine will do the minimum. And if they think they can get away with doing less, they'll do less. Crystal, your kids sound like mine. That's what mine will do. I'm not always the best housekeeper, but my husband loves me anyways. My husband's the housekeeper, not me. I raise babies. I make babies. I raise babies. We're good. So we put it here. Now I've given her extra, like I keep notebook paper, and so she works through her paper. We were doing paperless stuff, but if she's writing everything out, then it becomes handwriting and spelling in one, even though she has some spelling stuff, because whenever they spell a word wrong, I just make them write 10 times. That's my official spelling curriculum. And I keep going back to that because it works. So they are writing. Does that make sense? And then what I have for them, she doesn't have it here, is I have a folder that then she'll take this stuff out for the day and put it in her folder so I can check on it. But then I have the tabs for the different sections. So we have the Easy Peasy. You can't see that really well. I'm sorry. Let's see. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it any better. Bad lighting. So for math, I have the Easy Peasy worksheets in here. The reading, I have the actual reader from Amazon, so they'll use that to read out of if they don't want to read on the computer. That makes it so much easier. I have like a language arts section, and again, I have the Easy Peasy stuff here for the language arts section. And anything that needs to be printed out for history, I'll print it out for them. So for right now, this is kind of keeps them going. If I went into a Robinson curriculum, we would not do, here, you want to go put this up, please? What are you doing? Trading out scissors. Because if you didn't see on Instagram, my child, my 2-year-old, got a hold of a pair of scissors and did a full old school Billy Ray Cyrus mullet look on the side. She has like a little bit of hair right here, but it's all chunked like mine. So I was able to hide it because today was picture day, and hide it. So the scissors are on the door. I'm like, what are you doing? She's being careful about the scissors. My kids do a lot of projects and reading in their spare time. It brings a lot of joy. So I try to keep lessons short and sweet so that they have time for it. You know, that's kind of, I was talking to one and I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about just like filling up their kids' time. And in my case with my kids, I don't do that because I have to go find them. My kids are busy doing things. Now, they're not busy doing science projects and they're not busy in a classical book reading, but they're outside with their animals. They're outside building things. They're sewing. I don't know what she's doing now. She's making something, you know, but I don't have to lead it, but I don't have time to lead it either. It ends up being hard. But, oh, Sodbuster's laptop died. What did I miss? My mouth going like this, just jabberjaw. Breath of Wonder says, my son loves the extras, year 1 student. He wants to spend hours on his loop classes. It's basically the 3 hours. That is hard to get him excited about history, art, science, and all that he wants. Right. And, you know, and that's where I kind of run into, I'm like, if we run out of time, we run out of time on the year 1 or year 3. My oldest son is not a big, huge fan of Easy Peasy. And so I'm trying to like get him into the rhythm, and his ADHD brain will short circuit. It short circuits to the easiest path. I mean, he's like water. The path of least resistance is the way he goes. And he doesn't even have to think to do it. He just naturally does it. So where did I find him yesterday? First thing he worked on, the very last thing he should be working on. And that was the music for year 3, doing an orchestra, playing on that and he'll spend hours in it. And I caught him. I'm like, no. This is the order. Did you do this? Did you do this? Did you do this? This is the order that you do things. You don't go to the easy fun part. The easy fun part is your reward at the end to get there. And, you know, we had to have that conversation, but he's getting better. He's understanding, but for him, accountability is so important. Where my oldest, she doesn't really need a lot of accountability. She is a natural self-motivator. My son has never been. So it's one of those. Wow, this is so uplifting because my child is the same. If I'm not on her, she will not do any work. Yeah. Your child said, not alone. Breath of says to spend all day on it. Yeah, he would have spent all day playing orchestra. And yet, up until that moment, he was like, this is so dumb. I see no point in it. But hey, if I can get out of or procrastinate my other stuff, I'll totally spend my day there. But you did a great job for picture day. Thank you. So let me show you. Let me see if I can show you on my phone. I gotta get that antihistamine going. Okay, so this is what my little girl did. Can you see it? Can you see the top and jump? So that's from the back end. I didn't really show it off. So we got a hole here and we got a hole here. Look at it. Look at what she did. So today was picture day, and I did the only thing I could do, and this is what I came up with. I pulled off, she had that little bit of hair to the side, and I pulled it off, and that's what I did. That's all I could do. And then pulled it off. The slide sounds like a great idea. We were trying to figure out a way to add Khan Academy videos to Saxon lessons. Go on to Easy Peasy because she has a list in the middle school area of all the Saxon videos, the way that they used to be done otherwise. Animals equal science. You know, and Erin, you've been so encouraging to me because it's like, and Sodbuster, our 4-H is enough. I mean, our 4-H has us writing letters, has us doing poster board presentations with all the paragraphs and everything like a science fair project. And in fact, this year they have 3 poster board presentations. They have 2 fair projects that they're writing letters for, which means, and they have the 3 posters. They have thank you letters that they'll then write for also. And then plus they have a public speaking event in March. If that's all we did, I mean, I was listening to Julie Bogart and she's like, you know, 1 good writing project a month is better than a writing project every day. And I'm like, score, you know, we'll learn more that way because they learn. All right. My Dream Homestead said, how do you locate the homeschool packet for Saxon? Are there any more companions that I need to locate for Saxon? I need the second editions. You're going to want the homeschool packet with the edition. Oops. And you're going to want the test packet. I find these, I just do like Saxon 6.5 test packet, second edition, homeschool packet. I just get this. I just search those 2 terms to get those 2 packets. And I find them on Amazon. Don't compare book learning with hands-on learning. It's both learning, right? I buy my homeschool packets on Amazon or eBay for Saxon. I'm right there with Erin. Are there 2 parts? Yes, I look good. Compass Bros, I'm glad you look good. Let's see, not high. Your daughter looks better with a ponytail. I think so too. My post-nasal drip. All right, so for those that weren't in the beginning of the show, I was going to tell you, I was going to talk to you. I've been making hair scrunchies. I'm loving these because my girls have been, it's been breaking. So like this has been turned into like one of our best little sewing projects. Homeschool for two. How is it that you are wearing long sleeves? I'm dying here. I think it's 80 degrees outside too. It is. Because I got thin blood because I'm born and raised down here. Any little chill just gets me all frozen. My menopause isn't causing me hot flashes. I'm just cold all the time. All right, you got to go, Tracy. Thank you. My son is bugging about getting his school homeschooling. He can get on Minecraft. My daughter wants me to get off so she can go make more slime. Thank you. Oh, so I'll say this and I'll take prayer requests. Tracy, do you have any prayer requests that I can take? Let me get my pen. Sorry, I know I'm so like behind things. This is like a 2-hour show. Oh my goodness. So I've been making hair scrunchies, but what I'm loving, and I have to do a video on this if I get time, I can make them out of these fat quarters. So I went to Walmart and they like clearance off their Thanksgiving with their Halloween already, the one I went to. So I got a bunch of little fabrics so I can make a pile of hair scrunchies for my girls so they're all like seasoned out. And then I need to go find like all my Christmas fat quarters so I can make some more. I'm like, you know what? I think I like sewing hair scrunchies because they're just like so easy to make. They're so quick and easy and I feel productive. It's like the perfect amount of energy I got. But they've been loving them. I know they're just little scrunchies. I should make some bigger scrunchies, but it works out that. Yes, a couple strength to keep going with homeschooling. Oh yeah, Tracy, we got to write that one down. Getting my pens. Do a video on the scrunchies. Let the scrunchies come back, right? That's what we keep saying. We're bringing the scrunchies back. The strength to continue homeschooling. I'm just not going to even write your name to that one because I think that's all of us. When I was in high school, I made a ton of scrunchies. Right? Me too. Like I would get the paper towel holder and I would fill them up with scrunchies. So I have one and I've started. And I've been using just the Dollar Tree rubber bands. I know they're going to break, but when they break, I can just kind of cut them open and run elastic in there. Prayers for the church in Texas. Amen to that one. Definitely on that one. Yeah, that has been overwhelming. You know, I told you, Trish, told you should do a video. I know I'll do a video. I'll get to it. Me and my get-tos. I have so many videos I have to edit. I will tell you one of the things I like. Oh, Compass's son is back. Yay! One of the things I like that they've been doing, it's so easy to be like, oh, it's a number that was in that incident in Texas. You know, like just think of a number. But I've noticed like on Facebook, and there's been a couple of times where I've seen where they're just posting like these are the faces, and it's like, thank you, thank you. I use those fat quarter. Let's see, I use fat quarter pillows. I love to use their fab things like My Little Ponies. Oh, for things like My Little Ponies. I'm so glad for the long show. Sometimes it's needed. Prayer request. Help in pivoting in my career so that I can stay home. Continue homeschooling. Okay. So I think I needed it too, because I'm going to tell you, I was in a lull before coming on. Career to homeschool. And your knees. Healing. Soundbuster says, in your spare time, right? Right. In my spare time. I know. I have videos. I have some really, I got homeschool videos from convention to do. I'm like, oh my goodness. Pray for Terry's family new baby. Okay. All right. Terry's family. New baby. Prayers for my brother Brett. He is 33 in ICU, needing a heart catheter. May end up with pacemaker. Wow, Crystal. Wow. Brett, you pacemaker. Got to go. Thank you for your show. Thanks for coming, Elizabeth. Oh, what was I going to tell y'all? I don't know. I did hit Goodwill. I hit Goodwill the other day. I'm really missing our teens in our last youth group. Oh, Megan. Just making the transition on moving and missing people. Compass says, you remember that my oldest daughter, 19, was dealing with hyperthyroidism. She decided to take the radioactive iodine to kill the thyroid because medication is unbearable to manage. Oh, I'll just be with Compass's daughter. Thyroid issues. Also, prayer for my husband. He's been working 55, 65 hours a week. He is a truck driver for GM. He's getting drained and close to burning out. Oh, Tracy, and that's hard too, because as wives, we take on a lot of that. Just like my husband used to work crazy hours. Okay. All right. Anywhere else? I don't even know how many we had at the beginning. Hey, if y'all are still here, give me a thumbs up. I should have asked that at the beginning. Oh, Compass, really? That's not good. So husband tore his calf muscle out surveying for work. He determined to go be bless his heart. Oh, that's rough. Yes, definitely we got to be with Shalise and her family. Yes. I don't do a good job self-promoting, do I? Oh, I got 21 thumbs up. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Family Farm Root says yes. What's that last picture? Yes, girl. Amen, girl. Running down medical problems in a 13-year-old so far found hypothyroidism. What did I mess up here? Hypothyroidism and scoliosis. Ooh. That ain't good. Definitely keep my daughter in your prayers. Keep my house situation in my prayers. I'm not gonna lie. I am looking at some nice mobile homes because I'm like, I'm done. Tell me when that sign in is, because when I sign there, I'm gonna sign here. Daughter. Thyroid medical test. All right. Is that it? We done? And brother recently was diagnosed with, oh, wow, Compass. Girl. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna turn off the lights for mood. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this time to come together, Lord. Thank you for just the spirit you put in my heart that refreshing my soul. Lord, you know that the attitude I came in today and that I began, and I'm just so thankful that you're faithful to me. Lord, and that the companionship and the fellowship that you give me with these women are just absolutely, absolutely amazing, dear Lord. And as much as they claim of what I do for them, they do so much more for me, Lord. And it just gives me that assurance that I need in that fellowship, Lord. And I'm just so thankful that you would be so committed to providing me love in that way. Dear Heavenly Father, we talked a lot about just dealing with curriculum and dealing with changes and dealing with burnout and dealing with just living up to other people's expectations when all we need to be doing is pursuing you and your will. Lord, as homeschool moms, we're constantly on the horizon making sure that we're providing the best for our kids. And a lot of times we begin doubting the simplicity that you've planted in our heart. Lord, and you planted something different in each one of us because you have different plans and intentions. You have not made us all to come and go forth as clones. You look at us. We know that you have a humor of not having clones. We are all so different, and our needs are different, and our desires are different, and our joys are different. And what comes easy to some of us doesn't come easy to others, and vice versa. Because you've made us to be intentionally different, because the plans that you have for us is great and vast, and you need a bunch of different workers and not the same. And Lord, we get so distracted by the world showing us what a high school graduate should look like, and they keep programming us to build clones. Lord, let our hearts rest in you. Let us have peace and blessed assurance, the intent you have for us to be homeschool moms, dear Lord. And when we are in doubt and when we are in fear, give us strength. Lord, give us strength to trust in you when enough is enough, and trust in you to take leaps and bounds outside our comfort zone, dear Lord, and just give us faith to continue to be committed, to be steadfast in this job. Dear Lord, be with the church in Texas. Dear Lord, our hearts hurt. You understand the purpose. You understand the greater will in it. And to us, we just see in such a small part of it. Lord, we don't see it for all that it is. Lord, give those families peace and comfort, dear Lord, and just understanding, dear Lord, and help us have a heart of peace with it too. Dear Heavenly Father, be with Breath as she deals with trying to find the right career change so that she can homeschool more easily. Dear Lord, be with her knees that need healing. Lord, you're the great physician, dear Lord, and bring healing to her. Lord, be with Shalice's needs with her family. Lord, you know what they are and you know what it needs to be. Lord, be with her friend Terry's family with the new baby that they have, and you know the needs that they have there. Dear Lord, be with Crystal as Brett, who's in her life, dear Lord, and be with Brett as he's dealing with his heart, dear Lord. You know where he's at right now, being young at 33 in an ICU, and what's going to come ahead of him, dear Lord, and just give him strength and peace to get through that. Dear Lord, be with Megan as she's transitioning to her new home. Lord, I get so excited about her new home because I know the joy and love and possibilities there. But Lord, it takes a lot when you're leaving somebody else or another group of family and friends to take on a new adventure, to meet new ones. Lord, and just help her heart as she's dealing with the transition of saying goodbye and being away from others to meet new people. Dear Lord, be with Compass's daughter with her thyroid issues, and just let that healing come. Be with her husband to stay safe as he's hunting and dealing with the calf that he tore. Dear Lord, be with her daughter and her hyperthyroidism as she's going through her medical test to find out what's wrong. And Lord, just bring comfort to her brother who's got the diagnosis with cancer. Dear Heavenly Father, be with Tracy and her husband and just their entire family. Lord, a lot of times we'll look at the one spouse bearing the brunt of being overworked and just kind of getting burnt out, but the reality is everybody pays for that cost. Dear Lord, and just let peace and comfort and just rest come to that family so that they can be in your will. Lord, thank you for the gifts you give us. Lord, just let us be in a heart of being content with our homeschool, Lord, and being in the pursuit of you. In your son's precious name I pray. Amen. Thank you. Okay, y'all, this was a super 2-hour video that wasn't our live chat. That wasn't supposed to happen. We'll see if anybody makes it back. We will talk to you later. Until then, I'll see you next week. I don't know what next week will be. Maybe I'll get a video out, but probably I won't, because that's not what's going on right now. I love y'all, and I'm so thankful to spend this time with you each and every time. All right, I will talk to you later.